First, some tourists buy the souvenir for friends as a present. Second, tourists purchase souvenirs such as clothes or keychains made for personal use. Third, some tourists their purpose of purchasing one souvenir is to remember they go somewhere travel before. Fourth, some traveler maybe they attract by the luxuries and unique artwork of souvenirs so they decided to purchase it because they think this souvenir is special. Fifth, tourists can use the souvenir of different countries that they purchase to recognize cultures and customs of each country. The objective to interview are we can know exactly what tourists think and their psychological. It also can make it easy to identify, classify, and understand the tourists. One of the reasons for this interview to know how often they buy the souvenir in past traveling experience. Another reason is to know what kind of souvenir they look for.
We also can know the weakness of the Penang's tourism industry and the services of the tourism product. Through their suggestions, we can improve the facilities and services to attract more tourists.
Population. According to the Penang Tourist Survey 2014 prepared by the Sustainable Tourism Research Cluster USM, the facility that Penang offers outperform tourist expectations. The total number of international aircraft flying into Penang International Airport is growing. Sample size. Sample is the portion of any population that is selected for study and from which generalizations are made about the large population. We are already done the survey by interview 30 tourists to collect data.
We chose interview and questionnaire to collect tourist data is because researchers using the service method rely on information gathered through interviews questionnaires. Survey that use questionnaire can be complete more quickly and less expensive than those involving interviews.
Result and discussion. The conclusion of question 1 is most of the tourists are come from Europe because they prefer travel to tropical country. The conclusion of question 2 is most of the tourists is young adult because they prefer to adventure travel and curious about the other country. The conclusion of question 3 is most of the tourists choose Penang as their travel destination is attracted by culture and street art of Penang because Penang have a lot of famous street art. The conclusion of question 4 is most of the tourists are travel to Penang less than 5 times and most of them are the first time come to Penang. It is because they have no idea about Penang before. The conclusion of question 5 is more of the tourists will stay at Penang less than 5 days because more of them are come to Penang by buying tour package. The conclusion of question C is more of the tourists always buy souvenir at their past traveling experience. They always buy souvenir as gift for friends and family as a memory. The conclusion of question 7 is most of the tourists are looking for the brand amenity souvenir. It is because these souvenirs have printed the slogan of Penang. The conclusion of question 8 is most of the tourists think the souvenir can represent Penang because most of the souvenirs are printed the signature attraction of Penang. The conclusion of question 9 is most of the tourists think the souvenirs of Penang are different compared to their country. It is because different countries have different culture. The conclusion of question 10 is the purpose of tourists buying the souvenir mostly are as gift. They buy souvenir as gift for friends or family. The conclusion of question 11 is each tourist have different factors that influence them when purchasing a souvenir. They look for the factors of price, quality, exterior, and design. The conclusion of question 12 is most of the tourists more prefer shop for souvenir at street stores because are more cheaper and have different choices. The conclusion of question 13 is most of the tourists are willing to spend less than 115 ringgit on buying souvenir in this trip. The conclusion of question 14 is in tourists' opinion, they have no idea about what kinds of chains in Penang souvenirs. In conclusion, during this interview survey and collecting data of the tourists, we had already know the psychological of tourists and also had improved our courage to communicate to the stranger. Finally, we hope that government and citizens of Penang could cooperate together to improve the industry tourism of Penang.
Created using Powtoon.